Hey guys, what is up? Hope you're all are having a great weekend. Happy to be back with episode 16, part 1 of my golf vlog series, this time at Cog Hill Golf Club. Please be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, as I will be doing a full 18-hole special video at 40,000 subscribers at another championship course. It was awesome to get the opportunity to play Cog Hill, and as usual, it was in fantastic condition, and at over 7,400 yards, it was definitely a very good test of golf. So you can see there, got off to a really good start off the tee. I actually had about probably 30 people watching me tee off, so there was a little bit of pressure there, but it was nice to hit a really good drive under the circumstances. And so I don't have very much left at all. I cut a lot off the dog legs, so just a flip wedge into the green here. Really got opportunity to get off to a good start. Pull this one a little bit, and really no excuse here. There wasn't much wind. It was just a bad shot, and so left myself about 25, 30 feet for birdie. Bit of a slippery downhill putt. I didn't get a chance to roll anything on these greens, but I had a pretty good feel for it just by kind of looking at the grass and seeing how firm it felt, how tall it was. It seemed like these greens were rolling at about a 10 or 11, which I'm pretty comfortable with. So not a terrible par. Definitely would have liked to have gotten a shot from where I left myself in the fairway, but it is a tough opening hole. Now on hole 2, 223 yards, 6 iron, and sound up. And I did double cross myself here. I was trying to play a bit of a hold off fade. As you can look at the trees, there was a lot of wind, and so the wind got it and put myself in a pretty tough spot off the tee there. And I was probably about 40, 50 yards left of the pin, which is pretty impressive to do from 223 yards. I hit a really good shot here, actually. This almost turned out really, really good, but I kind of misread how the ball would run up that half pipe. My distance was perfect, but kind of kicked a little bit further left than I wanted it to. So I have about a 20-footer here to save par. And just try to get out of here with a 3. And left it short. And so my problems persist with leaving putts short. I do notice it getting marginally better. I do think it will be a process, though. I think I need to, as I make more and more short putts and get better and better at my putting, which I have been working on a lot, but in between rounds to really improve my scores, I think I'll just naturally start giving putts a better run. And I know I haven't really gone low yet in any of my rounds, but I will say it is very tough to go low when you're playing the tips at a really tough golf course for the first time, especially when you're filming and all that. So what I'll probably do is the next couple weeks, I'll probably release a video of me playing from like 64, 6,500 yards at a pretty easy course and just see what kind of scores I can shoot there. Because I know you guys are wanting to see me go really, really low. And as fun as these courses are, it definitely is tough when you're hitting against par 4. It's like 480 yards all the time. So I'll probably play a shorter course and try to beat up on it. So if you guys want to see that, definitely let me know in the comments. And now we hit a really good shot there. Just stayed on that shelf. It's hard to tell from where I am on that green, but that shelf that slides back, if that would have been about 2 feet right, that would have rolled all the way back to the front edge of the green. So that was honestly a great 4. And so honestly, not a bad start. Hole 4, par 4, 462 yards. Just played a lot shorter, though. It was a bit downwind. So I felt like I could really go at this one here. And hit an okay drive. I just pulled it a little bit and the wind carried it a bit. Was kind of not really paying attention. I should have aimed up the right side and let the wind carry it back into the left. But I got pretty lucky. I actually had a really good, the pin is on the left edge of the screen, so I actually had a really, really good line at this hole, and really shouldn't have been a problem, right? Because you guys know I'm not going to have a problem with this shot. Yep. I mean, it's hard to watch this because, this is one of the things that separates me from a tour player is I had a line at the pin, and I should have aimed at the left center, the left edge of the green, so that the trees wouldn't be a factor. And if you guys ever have this issue, let me know. I guess what I would say is what happens is I'm aiming at the center part of the green or the fat part of the green, playing safe, and then that last one little look at the hole, my eyes like lock onto the pin, and then my body tries to hit it at the pin. That was something I always struggled with as a junior, and it truly does take incredible mental discipline when the object of the game is essentially to hit the ball as close as you can and score as best you can. It takes real discipline to be able to hit away from the hole and truly be able to do that consistently. And as I've said before, I really do believe the difference between the guys on the mini tours and the guys in the PGA Tour has nothing to do with talent or really much of anything like that. It has everything to do with the quality of your miss. And obviously my misses suck. So that's why, even though I have all this distance, I wasn't a bad player, but I never quite had the scores needed to make it up further than Division One golf, which is okay because I'm definitely happy with what I do now for sure. So that was a pretty good drive. Kind of got caught in the wind a bit. And so here I have a really weird shot of 191 yards left, and the lie looks okay, but I actually remember this being a little bit of a funky lie. So I was choking down, trying to play a scooter up the center. I didn't think I'd get much club on this, but I killed this. Like, this thing carried, it actually hit on the back edge and just took a huge bounce. So kind of put myself in a tough spot there. And so I got about probably a 15-yard carry, and it was an okay lie. And so I felt like, I could probably make a good shot here. And so now, guys, want to take a close look at the ball, and kaboom! Yeah, you can see I'm pretty excited there. It's nice to hit a PGA Tour caliber shot once in a while, so that was nice. All of a sudden, I got back to even par, and I guess we'll go sound up again here. This one was definitely what felt like a pretty pure shot, and yeah, when you have 240-yard par threes with wind, it's tough to score. What I will say, the one really big advantage with hitting it long that's just inherent to my game is things like that can happen very easily. Meaning, I might be 2 or 3 over, not playing that well, and all of a sudden I get an eagle and I'm even par. So that's the one advantage. Is obviously there's the potential for a lot more fireworks in my round. It could be good or it could be bad, but I always try to make it good. So almost chipped in here, and that would have been insane. 2 chip-ins in a row. And so I think that actually might have hit the lip. I'm not sure. I think it either went right by the edge or hit the lip. So now I got about a 4 or 5 footer for par. I have a pretty good read on this putt because it ran past the hole. And that's a little tip I could give you guys. I know I'm not exactly a short game guru, but in my years of playing golf, I found that it's kind of like if you shoot a basketball, people never follow their shots. What I would say is it's extremely important when you hit a putt past the hole and you know it's going to roll by an appreciable amount. Watch the ball roll past the hole. You're going to get a free read on it, and it'll dramatically increase your chances of making the putt. And I think that in turn will allow you to make a better run at the ball. A better run with your first putt. So I think it leads to a domino effect. So definitely make sure to do that next time you're playing golf. It really, really helps. It does take some discipline to do. So hit an okay drive, kind of good lie here, and I just want you guys just to watch this sequence coming up, because this was probably one of the craziest things I've ever had happen to me in my career. I've never done what I'm about to do before, ever. So you can see where I am here, and you can see that I'm probably going to have to go through some rough or just bail out left and leave myself a 20-footer. And I was like, you know what, screw it. And I left it out too far right. And there's me just walking back to the car, getting a 60-degree wedge. And so here I have a chip for my 4th shot. So I putted it right off the green. And so now I have a chip. And yeah, I canned it. And I'm just losing at this point because I don't, just to give you guys a reminder, 2 holes ago I chipped in. The hole before this, I lipped out with a chip. And this hole I chipped in. So I almost had 3 chip-ins in 3 holes. That would have been insane. So it's been a pretty cool round so far. And finally got a hole I can try to drive. Caught this one pretty good. Just, again, it seems like I'm pulling it a bit on this round. Don't know why. I think I might be coming over the top a little bit. But not a terrible shot. You can see the pin there, and it ran a bit past. It was very fortunate to hit the cart path. It might have, I don't know. But in any case, it ended up right there. The difficulty with this was it was a pretty tight lie. That's definitely always complicates things, especially when you don't know if you're going to catch it crisp or not. And really hit a very poor shot here. I will say it almost was a good break that the rough was that close and it went into the rough, because I would probably take a 15, 18-foot chip from the rough than a 30 or 40-foot putt, especially with this kind of lie. I actually feel like that would have been more advantageous for me. And so hit it very average chip, just kind of very timid. And so I have about 3.5 feet left to clean up for par here. And yeah, I know. I almost drove the green. Now I'm putting for par. It's all the short game, guys. I mean, I know you guys enjoy watching, but I get a lot of questions as to why I'm not on the tour. It's the short game. I'm definitely gonna keep working on it. But those guys out there, man, they're just wizards. Every single one of them is a wizard with a wedge or a putter in their hands, and it's amazing to watch. But I'm very happy I'm able to entertain you guys in this capacity. And who knows, maybe one day down the line I'll start playing good and maybe give it a run. But right now I'm definitely enjoying myself doing this stuff. So hit a pretty good drive, went a little bit through the fairway. This would have definitely helped to have course knowledge. I didn't realize how much the hole bent to the left. I actually thought this was right up the middle. And so I had a really, really terrible lie. You can't even see the ball. Like, you'll see how bad it is I literally think my smash factor in this was less than the 1, meaning the club speed was faster than the ball speed. So I was just trying to scoot it up and really didn't do myself any favors. I should have played for the grass opening the face up a bit, and I didn't do that, unfortunately. So, again, you can hear the trees grab it. I mean, this was also another level of stupid. Like, all I had to do was aim left and let the wind take it back to the right, and I squeezed it out right again. So that I'm just making a comedy of unforced errors, much like I did on, I believe it was the 3rd hole, or maybe the 4th hole. I think the 2nd hole, the 4th hole, and this hole, I dropped so many shots doing stupid stuff around the greens. But it is what it is, that's golf. You're never going to play well 100% of the time. So I got about 30 feet here to shoot level par on the front 9, which I'm definitely pretty happy with. And pulled it just a bit, so I'll tap that in for 1 over par 37. And I definitely enjoyed playing the front 9, and I'll be playing the back 9 shortly. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.